During the 1990s, Reggie Miller was one of the most entertaining personalities in the league. He reveled in quieting the crowd in opposing arenas with his ability to deliver big shots with the game on the line. Miller time. He set the standard for three-point shooters who followed, ranking third on the all-time list.
Right now, I'm just a young rookie, and whatever the coaches want me to do, I'm going to do. If it's sit the first year or first couple of years, that's fine. But when my name is called, I'm going to be ready to come in there and help them out.
Down to 10 seconds. Jackson. Miller taking the shot and hitting. A three for Reggie Miller. Boom, baby!
One of the greatest shooters ever to put on sneakers. The more the pressure, the higher percentage he shot.
Reggie Miller could do two things. He could shoot the lights out, but he was a natural scorer too at the same time. We hadn't quite seen that in one player. Normally you're either a shooter or you're a scorer. Reggie Miller combined both of them. And what I love about Reggie the most is his work ethic, his moving without the ball. We've never seen a player move without the ball like Reggie Miller. He was the greatest off-the-ball player we've ever seen in the history of the NBA. Then, the next thing that he brought to the table, he loved the big moments.
Here's Reggie, here's the turnaround, here's the shot.
Oh, my. There's Miller. Swings away and hits. Reggie Miller is on fire. And Reggie Miller in an animated discussion with Spike Lee.
Look at this shot.
And he hits it. It's a three-pointer for Reggie Miller.
What about Spike Lee? Spike who?
Reggie would talk trash the whole game. He talked trash to anybody.
I don't talk trash.
Okay.
I keep telling you that. I'm a good guy. I don't know. I'm innocent. Halo. I don't know.
The fans, the coaches, the water boy, the ball boy, the concession guys. If somebody said anything to him, he had a response. He was great. He was just tough. Like, he was tough. He would come off those screens, and he would always be moving. He knew how to use, space in so many ways to get his shot off. But you're talking about ultimate competitor and put a city and the Pacers under his wing to make them great. He was that guy just because of the things he did.
Well, basketball is big entertainment. I like to see people entertained.
20,000 people are coming to see you perform. It's like being on stage.
We're not coming in here to lay down. We're coming in here to shock the world.
Here comes Reggie. Fake Shaw off his feet. Good look at the three.
When I was a rookie and we played Indiana, and the rookies had to go, to the early bus. When we got to the gym, Reggie Miller was at the end of his workout, full on sweat, right? Grabbing, holding, pushing, getting into it with the coaches or the trainers or whoever was guarding him. And I was like, man, this dude gonna be tired before the game. Like, what is he doing? Like, this dude crazy. Like, he must not be playing tonight. And he came out, and it was the same level of intensity at a greater pace with greater strength, you know what I mean? And more focus. And I was like, damn, that's what it means to be a superstar in this league. So when you think about, getting the most out of your ability, getting the most out of your talent, right? And maximizing your talent, right? And then honing in on that superpower and knowing what your superpower is, Reggie Miller was that. And if there was a moment, if there was a last shot, if there was a big shot to make, he was gonna be your guy.
The 2000 three-pointer, the king of three-pointers.
Reggie's ability mentally to overcome, to maybe get you off your game a little, was really unparalleled. Because, here's this really skinny guy, wasn't overly athletic, and we all knew if he ever got the opportunity to deliver, he would.
Miller for three. Oh, he backed it in. He backed it in. Miller, three-point territory, drives in. Miller, two-handed dunk with 3.1.
Gets it in the middle for the win.
Unbelievable! Reggie hits the three.
Michael Jordan said it best. You miss more shots than you make, but do you have the courage to keep taking those shots night in, night out? The first thing you think about when you think about the Indiana Pacers is Reggie Miller. You know, he took that franchise from a mediocre franchise to a perennial contender. You know, obviously the Michael Jordan factor weighed in there. The Knicks were there with Patrick Ewing, but he made them a consistent contender throughout his years. And that's hard to do, you know, because if you play that many years, it's obviously a big turnover. You're not playing with other guys 16, 18 years. So to make them a perennial contender, take them to the finals, that says a lot about his toughness physically, because it's hard to play that many years.
For 18 years, I've truly been blessed to be a Pacer and a Hoosier.
Sam, you played with Reggie Miller. What does Miller time mean to you?
Winning. He taught me, I came from an expansion team in Minnesota with Bill Musselman where we were trying to figure out how to win. When I got traded to Indiana with Reggie Miller and being in that Pacer organization for 3 years, being with Reggie, he taught me how to win and play winning basketball. And the thing I loved about Reggie, how competitive he was. Like, he didn't back down from anyone. You would think Reggie was 6'9", 265 pounds, as much trash as he talked, but the fact that he was 6'7", 185 pounds, but Matt, he was the strongest guy that I ever been around from the standpoint of taking punishment. He didn't miss games. Anytime you put him on his butt, he got up, and the harder you hit him, the more threes he would rain on you. So Reggie got going. The more physical the game was and the more trash that was being talked and the dirtier the game got, the better he played.
Yeah, how would you describe his attitude? Because that was a big part of the way he played out there. He was brash.
If he wasn't talking trash, he couldn't play. I remember we had a team meeting one time, and I'm not going to name the coach, but the coach was like, Reggie, look, you're just gassing the opponents up too much. You're talking too much. And I remember our captain, Vern Fleming, stood up and said, wait a minute, coach. That's our star. We go as he go. If he needs to talk trash to get going, then it's our job to bag him up. And Vern said, Reggie, you say whatever you want to say, and you do whatever you want to do. And us 11 guys, we got your back.
Of course, he retired as the league's all-time leader and made threes. Just imagine what kind of numbers he would put up from outside the line in today's game.
How great a shooter was Reggie? One of the greatest shooters in the history of this league. There have been many times where you saw Reggie play, and when you thought the opponents had the game won, and he miraculously makes shot after shot, great defensive play to get an opportunity to get a shot off. Particularly the shots he made in New York when New York had such a big lead at the end of the game, and he won that game single-handedly.
Miller for three, and he got it. Reggie Miller with a clutch tray, and it's 105-102. And a steal. Miller retreats to the three-point line and hits again. Tie game.
It's funny, I heard Mike Green go, the game isn't over yet. You know, I said to myself, he's crazy. What do you mean it's not over? I don't know, we were up, what, 6 points with less than a minute or something left? And I don't know, Starks threw a ball somewhere, Reggie goes behind the line, somebody else turns it over. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, man. The whole crowd is in pandemonium, man, like, no, wondering what happened. How could this happen?
This is for you, Indiana. We're coming back. Yes!